Alright, so...
RexTempus! It's story time!
It's also time for fun!
No, it's...
Yay!
It's story time, and you're gonna...
Do your intro.
Oh yeah, hello everybody, time for fun. Yes.
RexTempus, Addy, and we're going to be doing some story times. Some of these are books that I wrote, some of these are ones that what?
How about I start off with mine? Oh no,
Okay.
we'll do that one last. Oh wait, we can actually use the lectern.
That's right.
Mine is
Okay.
last.
Alright, let's do story time.
It's story time, Addy.
What?
It's story time. So what
Okay,
book
so-
have you chosen for us today, RexTempus?
Let's start with The Noise.
Okay.
Alright, are you ready?
Yeah.
Bobby and Robbie were playing chess when Bobby said, "Brother, dost thou hear a dragon?" Robbie said, "Verily, sister, I heareth what sounds like a dinosaur."
Oh wait, oops. Oh wait, we all control
Okay.
the book.
Yeah, okay. Bobby said, "'Tis a dragon." "Nay, 'tis a dinosaur," said Robbie. "Well," Bobby said, "I shall open the door and show you a dragon." "You shall see it's a dinosaur," Robbie said.
Okay, next page, RexTempus.
Oh, okay. Bobby and Robbie opened the door and saw an alligator. It was hungry, and it was glad to see them. The end.
Hey, I'm gonna just... Alright,
Alright,
next book. Wait.
Prince? What?
Oh, okay. Let's all look at the
Prince?
lectern.
PBJ. Once upon a time, there was a prince who really liked peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Wait,
One
Eddie,
day,
are you looking at it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
he ran out of peanut butter and jelly, and so he went on a long quest. First, he sailed to the Jif Mountain.
The Jif Mountain.
And
Copyright.
met a man with a peanut farm. He said, "Can I have some peanut butter?" The man said, 5 gold coins. The prince paid the man 5 gold coins and got the peanut butter. Then he sailed to the purple swamp and fought a jelly.
swamp.
Yes, and fought a jelly monster to get some grape jelly. He had rock. The monster had scissors.
Oh my god.
He sailed back home with the peanut butter and jelly and told the chef, "Make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich." The chef said, "Where is the bread?" The prince turned to the captain of his navy and said, "Ready the ship. We must sail to the forest of
The
gluten."
forest of gluten.
And he finally got his peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The end.
So
Here's a
deep.
story called She Loved Cake. Frida loved cake one day, and one day the other girls in her baking class teased her about how much she loved cake, saying, "If you love cake so much, why don't you marry it?" So Frida baked a cake that looked like a handsome man. So she married the cake and moved to a small house and lived happily ever after.
Did they
The end.
did they have little cupcakes? Was there a cupcake dog?
Yes. That's how it goes. Oh, Addy picked up the book I was going to.
Oh, dragon.
Oh.
Here,
Here.
get off the table. So
Yeah.
here's your.
Okay. So many wonderful stories.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah. Well, let me. Okay.
Let me just push Addy. We'll just go over here.
All right. Here we
Right,
go.
let's look at it.
Dragon Quest. The Ender Dragon lives a lonely life in the end. But once she left the end in order to find friends. First, she went to a village. But the villagers ran away, hiding in their houses, their shops, their church, and even their wells. Then she went to the
nitwits.
nether and found a wither waiting for her. The wither's head started arguing with themselves and ignored the dragon, so she left. She went to the desert but found no one. She went into a cave, which was very hard due to her size,
Oh
and
no.
found some zombies, but they were boring conversationalists. The Ender Dragon found an Ender Man, but it teleported away.
Weren't those in the end before?
Yes, finally, the Ender Dragon flew by the nether portal and found a zombie pigman. It couldn't say much, but it offered the dragon a gold sword and listened as the dragon talked. They became good friends, and the dragon took the zombie pigman to. She would tell him about her day, her dreams, and her ideas, and he would listen and rub its neck and grunt once for yes and twice for no, and they were happy. There you go.
Okay. Next story.
Hold on. Let me just pick up all the books. I kind of know like what books we have, and in case anybody's wondering, all of these books, I think TirzahMingo wrote one. All right. Well, this is the beginning of a series, if you will. So,
Okay.
Better get ready.
7-book series.
Yes, Harry Potter. Book 1. Harry Potter was a boy who grew up with his mean aunt and uncle. Then he found out he was a special wizard and that he was to go to special school called Piggy.
Piggy Freckles.
Yes. There, Harry Potter met 2 new friends, hard named Granny and Ren Wasley.
Ren
Oh, this is all original stuff. I just came up with all by myself.
Oh, yeah.
He also met the famous wizard Greybeard. One day he learned that the evil wizard Deadplum wanted to kill him. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so...
Hardname and Ren helped Perry find Deadplum, and Perry sent him running away with a magic spell. And he lived happily ever after until the next book.
Until the next book.
The end. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. Perry Potter, Book 2.
Perry Potter.
Perry Potter returned to Piggy Freckles for his second year of wizard classes, along with Ren and Hardname. Then some people started to get frozen by a mysterious magical creature.
Uh-huh.
What?
Hardname
Wait,
was
you
frozen.
spelled gray different.
He changes it sometimes. One's his first name, the other's his last name, I guess.
Which one's
And
the
Gray-
first?
Why?
I don't know. And Greybeard the wizard couldn't help. So Perry and Ren went to an underground cave and found a giant snake and a book with part of Deadplum's soul. Perry killed the snake and stabbed the book with a snake fang, killing the book. Perry and Ren escaped the underground safely. Hardname was unfrozen, as well as all of the other students who were frozen. There was a party and the school year ended. Perry went home to his aunt and uncle, even though he didn't want to.
I
So
spelled
Greybeard
it.
told him he had to.
Spelled it different again.
Ah, well. And he lived happily ever after until book 3.
Okay.
Yes.
You're really close to the mic there, Addy.
Okay.
Alright, next one.
Book 3. Harry Potter, Book 3. Harry Potter returned to Piggy Freckles and was greeted by his 2 best friends, Hardname and Granny. Hardname Granny and Ren Wasley. He also got to see the wizard Greybeard, head of the school. Harry had an owl named Toupee.
Toupee?
Yes. As opposed to Hedwig.
Yes.
And he met.
I thought you said it's original.
No, oh, yeah. Just as that could be another word for toupee.
Okay.
And he met Ren's mouse Slathers and yes, Hardname's cat Crooked Pants.
Crooked Pants?
Yes. And he later learned that Ren's mouse was really a man named Petey Petme, who had told his father's secret to the villain Deadplum. Petey escaped, and Perry's father's friend Silius White was captured and hurt by mean monsters. Perry and Hardname traveled back in time to save Silius from being killed by the monsters, and they saved a winged horse in the past as well.
Like seriously?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Silius ran away, so he couldn't go back to jail. Wouldn't go back to jail. Petey to go find Deadplum. Perry went to go back to his house and Uncle's house to wait for book 4. The end.
He's gonna wait for it. I can't wait till my life is written down on a piece of paper again.
Yep.
Addy,
All
where
right.
are you going?
Right here.
And why?
Here we go.
can't read it.
All right. Harry Potter Book 4.
Harry. I want 7 pages.
Harry Potter was glad for the start of Book 4 because
Oh.
that meant he could return to the school for wizards known as Piggy Freckles, run by the wizard Grey. It also meant that he could spend time with his best friends Ren Weasley and Hard-Named Green. This year there was a wizard contest with 2 other wizards, Darnstring and Blue Baton. One student from each school was chosen to be in the contest, but Perry was also chosen as he was listed as being from the school Fake Name Wizard School.
Fake name wizard school.
That's right. There were 3 contests: fight a dragon, stay underwater, and find your way through a maze. Perry beat the dragon by using his broom to fly around until the dragon became dizzy.
Uh-huh.
Perry was able to stay underwater using a special seaweed that turned him into a merman. Perry beat the maze by going around the outside to get to the start from the start quickly. The end of the maze had a trophy that was really a portal. Perry ended up in a graveyard and watched Dead Plum get a new body with no nose.
With no nose.
That's right. They messed up somewhere.
Yeah.
Perry's parents also came back to life for a little while and helped him fight Dead Plum until he could escape. Perry returned to Piggy Freckles and told everyone about Dead Plum's new body with a missing nose, but nobody believed him, except for Greybeard, Hard Name, and Ren. And then Perry went to his aunt and uncle's house so Book 4 could end. The end.
Shouldn't the uncles be in parentheses?
No. I don't know what you're talking about. Harry Potter Book 4.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, Ren Weasley, and Hard-Named Granny met up before it was time to return to the wizard school Piggy Freckles and learned that Dead Plum had been causing trouble with his new noseless body.
Noseless.
They also learned that their adult friends were going to fight against Dead Plum. When they got to Piggy Freckles, they decided to make their own army of kid wizards, including Navy Longpants.
Navy Longpants?
Yes. Ren's sister Ginger Weasley. And Goonie Glovegood.
Glovegood.
A new friend who was silly and strange and wore weird, brightly colored clothes.
And didn't have shoes.
That's right.
Perry sandals.
Perry and his friends went to the Agency of Magical Stuff, where they saw strange things like a brain plant and a portal to heaven.
Oh.
The friends were attacked by Dead Plum's friends, and some people went through the portal, including Perry's father's best friend, Sirius White.
Harry Potter's best friends.
Yeah. Perry stopped Dead Plum from going in his head, and Dead Plum escaped. But everyone saw him escape and said, "We'll get you next time, Dead Plum." Then Harry Potter and his friends ate cake and went to their homes for the summer.
Oh, wow.
Yes. It's just so moving and stirring. And makes you wonder what's going to happen next.
Okay,
What's going to happen next is Harry Potter Book 6. Harry returned to Piggy Freckles for his 6th year of wizard classes because it was the 6th book. This year, Greybeard the Wizard had a plan to stop the evil wizard Dead Plum. He and Perry were going to travel back in time to Dead Plum's childhood.
And kill him as a kid?
Yeah. They first ended up when Greybeard, back when he was Grey Stash. Yes. Brought Dead Plum to Piggy Freckles as a kid. There they learned that Dead Plum could talk to squirmy things.
Squirmy things.
Yes. Also, Grey Stash started a fire just because.
Just because, yeah.
Yep. Next, they saw Dead Plum as a student talking to a teacher about soul touch, which was something that could hold part of a soul. Greybeard and Perry saw Dead Plum after he graduated put a piece of his soul in a soul tux, which looked golden.
Soul tux.
Yes, right. After that, Greybeard and Perry saw Dead Plum kill Perry's parents, and Dead Plum lost his nose. Perry and Greybeard came back to the present and found a soul tux that was dirty because it was in a cave. They got it out, but Graybeard died when he was killed.
When he was killed, huh?
Yes.
Great word. Such amazing wording.
I know. Harry attacked his old teacher, Salamander Snake.
Salamander Snake?
Yes, who killed Graybeard, but Salamander Snake and some other plum eaters got away.
Plum eaters?
And Perry left school along with Ren Wasley and hard-named Granny. They were going to find more soul tuxes.
Tuxedos.
Yes, that's...
I can't wait for the end.
As it so happens, Book 7 is the final book in this series. How did you know?
Oh,
right. Yeah.
Because...
Harry Potter Book 7. Harry Potter did not go back to Piggy Freckles for his final year of wizard classes. He and his two best friends, hard-named Granny and Ren Wasley, went to go look for soul tuxes, which is what the evil wizard Deadplum used to hold part of his soul. For a while, they just traveled around and camped, but they didn't know where to find any soul tuxes. But then they learned that one was in the Green Buck Bank, and they snuck in and destroyed the soul tux. Then they went back to Piggy Freckles because a sparkly soul tux was there, and they destroyed it, as well as one that had been turned into a snake. Then Deadplum attacked Piggy Freckles because his soul tuxes were being destroyed. He fought Perry Hodder while his army, the Plum Eaters, fought Perry's friend. Perry and Deadplum both died, but Perry came back to life and everyone was happy. And they decided no more books needed to be written.
Yes. And this is my book, but here that Addie's got to go do something important.
Yes.
We'll read it. This is actually based off of the book I wrote in Ice Cream. If you guys watched it, where I went and explored that mall. And it's like a rewrite.
Alright, so I'm going to try and read it as TirzahMingo.
What?
There once was a cat named Carter, and he was happy with his family. One day, his family came home with a puppy. They said, "Meet your new sister, Dolly." Carter was horrified. Why would his family get a dog? He started hissing, and the puppies started whining. Be nice, because you're going to spend a lot more time with Dolly. They put Dolly down, and she walked up to Carter, sniffed him, then sat down next to him. He didn't know whether to swat her or run away. He just sat there and started licking her.
Oh, it started. It's supposed to be started.
His family said, I'm glad you two are getting along. As Dolly grew, Carter taught her how to be a cat. And when Dolly was fully grown, she followed Carter everywhere. They ate together, slept together, and even went on walks together. The end.
Hey,
What?
You missed. You know, you spell checked this, so it's partially your fault too.
Fine. I'll take part of the blame.
Well, that was all our books that we wrote, and that was the bookshop.
Yeah, I can't believe Addy just wanted to head back to girly junk or girly crap or whatever.
Girly
it's called.
junk. TM. TirzahMingo'd it.
Okay.
Well, I think
Alright.
that'll be the end of this episode. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next time for fun. I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Nope.
Or pow.
Ow.
Bye.
Bye.